Guys, often we miss the subtle signals, ignoring the hints they're sending our way. But don't worry, today we're going to break down the 10 clear signs that a woman is interested in getting intimate with you. Once you learn to recognize these signs, you'll save yourself a lot of confusion and frustration, and you'll be able to act with the confidence that might be missing right now. Pay attention, because I guarantee this will open your eyes. And as always, if you like what you're hearing, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let's get started. 1. She touches you constantly. How frequent touches are a clear sign of sexual interest. If a woman is constantly touching you, whether it's on your arm, back, or even accidentally, that's a clear sign she's interested. Women don't just touch for no reason, and if they do, especially frequently and subtly, it's because they want to create a more intimate connection. These small physical gestures are her way of getting closer without having to say it outright. If you notice her touches are becoming more frequent, wake up. She's not doing it by chance. 2. She compliments your appearance. When compliments go beyond the surface. Not all compliments are the same, guys. If a woman is constantly praising you, and those compliments go beyond the usual, you have a nice smile, or, I like that shirt on you, she's hinting at something more. When the compliments start to become more specific, like talking about your body, your scent, or even your confident attitude, it's a sign that her interest is more than just friendly. She's trying to tell you, without saying it outright, that she finds you physically attractive. 3. She initiates physical contact. Why she looks for any excuse to get closer. Ever noticed she's the one initiating physical contact first? This isn't by accident. If she's finding reasons for long hugs, brushing up against you accidentally, or sitting very close whenever she gets the chance, she's signaling something more. Initiating physical contact is a clear sign she feels comfortable with you, and more importantly, that she wants to explore a more intimate connection. Remember, if a woman is initiating this kind of contact, don't take it lightly. 4. She sends provocative messages. The power of digital innuendo. In today's digital age, texts can be a direct window into her thoughts. If you notice her sending messages with a provocative or flirty tone, she's trying to hint that she's interested in a more intimate way. Late-night messages with suggestive phrases or double-meaning emojis are a clear sign she's testing your response. If she's sending you attractive photos or playing with innuendo, it's time to be alert. She's not just looking for a chat. 5. Her body language is open. How to know if her posture reveals attraction. Body language speaks much louder than words. If you notice her body is constantly angled toward you, her legs crossed in your direction, or her torso leaning in for contact, she's sending clear signals that she's attracted to you. Open body language is a silent invitation to get closer. So pay attention. If her body is inviting you in, make your move. 6. She plays with her hair or lips when talking to you. An unconscious sign of desire. This one's a classic. If she's playing with her hair, touching her lips, or even licking them while talking to you, these are unconscious signs that she's physically interested in you. These small gestures aren't random. They're her way of showing nervous excitement when she's around you. Don't underestimate these movements. They're clear indicators that attraction is there, and she's waiting for you to make the next move. 7. She invites you to spend time alone. The perfect moment for things to progress. If she starts looking for ways to spend time alone with you, it's one of the clearest signs that she's interested in taking things to the next level. Whether she invites you to her place, suggests a more private date spot, or simply looks for a reason for you two to be alone after an event, this is her way of saying she's ready for something more. Women don't invite just anyone to spend time alone. And if she's doing this, it's because she trusts you and wants to see where things could go. 8. She holds prolonged eye contact. A look that says more than words. Prolonged eye contact is one of the most powerful signs when it comes to attraction. If you notice her keeping her eyes locked on yours for long periods, or she's looking at you in a deep, intense way, she's trying to communicate something without saying a word. Long, lingering gazes create an instant connection and can be a clear sign she's thinking about more than just a conversation. Eye contact can be the gateway to a much more intimate moment. 9. She laughs at everything you say. Laughter as a tool of seduction. A woman who laughs at everything you say, even when you're not the funniest guy around, is trying to create an emotional connection with you. Laughter is a powerful tool of seduction. When a woman laughs at your jokes, she's validating you and showing you that she enjoys your company. But if that laughter is constant, even when there's not much to laugh about, it's a sign she's interested and wants you to feel good about yourself so you'll make the next move. 10. She makes suggestive comments. When her words leave little to the imagination. Finally, if she starts making suggestive comments, there's not much room left for interpretation. When a woman feels comfortable enough to openly talk about sexual topics or makes comments that leave little to the imagination, she's sending you a clear signal that she wants things to progress. These comments are often direct, but can also come in the form of a joke or with a flirty tone. The key here is not to let these signals pass unnoticed, because they're the clearest sign she's ready to take that next step. And there you have it, guys. These are the 10 clear signs that a woman is interested in sleeping with you. Sometimes these signs are subtle, but when you learn to recognize them, they become impossible to ignore. The key is to stay alert, read her body language, and know when to act. Remember, attraction is both physical and psychological, and if you can identify these gestures, you'll be one step ahead in your relationships. So now it's your turn. Pay attention to these signals and don't let the opportunity slip away. Subtle behaviors that reveal her sexual intentions. Today, we're diving into something that probably interests you a lot. The subtle behaviors women display when they're interested in something more than just friendship. Sometimes men miss the small signals they send, and in doing so end up losing great opportunities. But don't worry, because today we're going to break down the behaviors that show when a woman wants to take things to the next level. If you learn to recognize these gestures, you'll be more prepared to act at the right moment. And as always, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment with your experiences. Let's get started. 1. She accidentally touches you often. How to interpret these intentional brushes. Let's be clear. When a woman touches you, accidentally over and over, it's no accident. Those brushes against your arm, hand, or even your leg are her subtle way of telling you she's interested in something more. These small touches create a sense of closeness and establish a physical connection without being too obvious. If you notice this type of contact happening frequently, pay attention. It's not a coincidence. It's her way of showing she's ready to get closer. 2. She sits or stands very close to you, invading personal space with intention. Another behavior that often goes unnoticed is when a woman constantly invades your personal space. If every time she's with you, she sits or stands very close, she's looking to eliminate any physical barriers between you. This closeness is a clear sign she's comfortable and willing to create a more intimate atmosphere. So if she starts closing the gap between you, don't take it lightly. It's her invitation for you to take the next step. 3. She lowers her voice when speaking to you. The vocal language of seduction. Tone of voice is a crucial factor in seduction. If you notice that she lowers her voice when speaking to you, creating a more intimate conversation, it's a sign she wants you to pay special attention to what she's saying. This shift in tone creates a sense of closeness and can make the atmosphere feel more seductive. A low-voice conversation forces you to move closer physically, which increases sexual tension. So if her voice changes when she's near you, it's time to pay attention. 4. She bites or moistens her lips while looking at you. A gesture that reveals much more. This is one of the most classic and effective gestures when it comes to showing sexual interest. If a woman bites or moistens her lips while looking at you, she's unconsciously revealing her desire. This behavior isn't random. It's a natural reaction when she feels attracted. Lips are one of the body's most erogenous zones, and these gestures are her way of subtly but effectively expressing interest. So, if you notice her eyes on you while she moistens her lips, you know what she's thinking. 5. She invites you into her private space. The biggest sign she's interested. When a woman invites you into her private space, whether it's her house or her room, it's a clear sign she's comfortable with you and probably ready for things to move forward. Not many women invite men into their personal space unless they feel a strong level of trust and attraction. This step shows she's willing to take the relationship to a more intimate level. So if she invites you over after a date or to spend time alone, it's a great opportunity for things to progress. 6. She changes her outfit when she's with you. How her clothing reflects her desires. The way a woman dresses around you can say a lot about her intentions. If you notice she starts wearing more revealing, form-fitting, or just different clothes when you spend time together, it's a clear sign she wants to catch your attention physically. Women are very aware of how they look, and if she's putting in extra effort to look attractive around you, it's because she wants you to notice. Pay attention to these changes in her appearance, as they're often a subtle way of showing sexual interest. 7. She leans toward you while talking, reducing the distance to increase tension. When a woman leans in toward you during a conversation, she's breaking the personal space barrier in a very subtle way. This gesture is a sign she's interested in getting closer, both physically and emotionally. By leaning in, she's removing any barrier between you, creating a more intimate environment. If you notice her leaning more while she talks to you, it's a clear indication she's looking to increase the tension and connection between you. 8. She asks personal questions when she wants to know you on a deeper level. If a woman starts asking you personal questions, it's because she wants to know more about you and not just on a surface level. She's looking to connect with you more deeply and learn aspects of your life that might not come out in casual conversation. Questions about your love life, desires, or even fantasies can be a sign she's interested in taking the relationship to a more intimate level. Personal questions are a way to create an emotional connection, which is the foundation of sexual attraction. 9. She talks openly about sexual topics, the conversation that reveals her interest. When a woman begins to talk openly about sexual topics with you, it's a very clear sign she feels comfortable and is interested in exploring that possibility. Many women won't discuss sexual topics with someone they don't trust or aren't interested in. So if the conversation starts to revolve around these topics, it's a great sign she wants to take the relationship to the next level. Take this opportunity to continue the conversation and see where it leads. 10. She touches you for no apparent reason. How an unexpected touch can speak for itself. Finally, if you notice she's touching you for no apparent reason, it's a sign she's looking for an excuse to establish physical contact. Could be a touch on the arm while talking, a brush on the back, or even a touch on the leg. These touches don't have a clear reason, but they're there to create a physical bond between you. If the touches are unexpected and frequent, don't doubt that she's interested in taking things beyond just conversation. And there you have it, guys. These are the subtle behaviors women show when they're interested in something more. Sometimes these gestures go unnoticed, but once you recognize them, they're hard to ignore. Remember, the key is to pay attention to the small details and act at the right moment. If you learn to read these signals, you'll be much more prepared to take your relationships to the next level. Now it's your turn. Body language signs that show she wants to take things to the next level. Today, I want to talk about those body language signs that many of you often miss or don't know how to interpret correctly. If you've ever wondered how to know if a woman wants to take things to the next level, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Often, women don't say it directly, but their body reveals much more than their words ever could. So, if you want to learn how to read the subtle signals that show a woman is ready for something more, stay with me because this is going to interest you. And you already know, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment sharing your experiences. Let's get started. 1. Crossing and uncrossing her legs while looking at you. A body language filled with desire. This is a classic gesture that many men don't pick up on in the moment. If she's crossing and uncrossing her legs while looking at you, it's not just a casual movement. This gesture can be a sign of nervousness, but if she pairs it with direct eye contact, it's a good type of nervousness. She's sending you signals of desire. The leg crossing grabs attention, and if she does it repeatedly, it's her way of drawing your gaze without saying a word. 2. Touching her neck or collarbone while you're together. Unconscious signals of attraction. The neck is one of the most sensitive areas of the body, and when a woman touches this area while talking to you, she's revealing a vulnerability and sensuality that is often unconscious. This gesture might seem casual, but when a woman touches her neck or collarbone while looking at or speaking with you, she's showing attraction. It's an invitation for you to notice that part of her body, signaling that she's interested in taking things to the next level. 3. Fixating on your lips when you talk. Her mind is elsewhere. If you notice her eyes constantly dropping to your lips during a conversation, it's no coincidence. She's thinking about what it would be like to kiss you, and her gaze says it all. This is one of the clearest signs that a woman is interested in more intimate physical contact. When she can't stop staring at your lips, it's a sign her mind is already anticipating what could happen between the two of you. So pay attention to where her eyes go. Her lips might be sending the message her words aren't saying. 4. Touching your arm or leg when laughing. Physical contact as a sign of interest. Laughter is a powerful tool for creating connection. But when a woman touches you while laughing, whether it's your arm or leg, she's looking for an excuse to establish physical contact. This gesture might seem casual, but it's a very clear sign that she's interested in more. Physical contact during moments of fun or relaxation is a way to break down barriers and get closer. If you notice she touches you frequently when laughing, don't doubt that she's after more than just a good conversation. 5. Pointing her knees or feet towards you. Small details that reveal attraction. Body language always tells a story, and one detail that often goes unnoticed is the position of her knees or feet. If during a conversation, or while you're sitting together, you notice her knees or feet are always pointing towards you, it's a sign that she's focused on you. This is a subconscious gesture of attraction, And though it may seem insignificant, it's a clear indicator that she's zeroed in on you and what could happen between the two of you. 6. Adjusting her posture to be closer to you. How the body follows desire. If you notice she's constantly adjusting her posture to get closer to you, it's a sign she's trying to reduce the distance between you. Could be subtle, like leaning forward when talking, or something more obvious like physically moving closer. This change in her posture shows that she's attracted and comfortable with you and is ready for things to progress. The body doesn't lie, and if she's trying to get closer and closer, it's because she wants something more to happen. 7. Unconsciously mimicking you. Body synchronization as a sign of chemistry. This is one of the most interesting gestures. If you notice that she starts to mirror your movements or gestures unconsciously, it's because she's in sync with you. Body synchronization is a sign of chemistry and attraction. When two people feel connected, their bodies naturally reflect each other. If you cross your arms and she does the same shortly after, or if you lean forward and she follows, it's clear that there's a connection. This phenomenon is a subtle but powerful sign of attraction. 8. Lowering her voice when talking. The intimacy of a whisper as a prelude to something more. When a woman lowers her voice while talking to you, she's creating an intimate atmosphere. Whispering forces you to move closer, pay more attention, and creates an almost tangible tension. This is a gesture that often goes unnoticed, but when you notice her tone softening and getting lower, she's inviting you into her personal space. The intimacy of a whisper is a way of breaking down barriers and getting emotionally and physically closer. 9. Looking at you over her shoulder. A flirty and seductive gesture. Looking over the shoulder is one of the most flirty gestures a woman can make. This gesture, often accompanied by a playful smile, is her way of telling you she's interested without being too obvious. This movement invites you to focus on her body and her attitude, making you feel like she's waiting for something more from you. It's a way of drawing your gaze and letting you know that there's a special chemistry between the two of you. 10. Fidgeting with nearby objects while talking. Restlessness as a reflection of her nervousness. When a woman is nervous around you, in a good way, it's common for her to fidget with nearby objects. It could be with her glass, a pen, or anything else she has at hand. This gesture shows that she's nervous but interested, and her hand's restlessness reflects her attraction. Nervousness is a clear sign she's thinking about something more, and these small fidgeting gestures are her way of managing the sexual tension she feels. And there you have it, guys. These are the body language signs that show a woman wants to take things to the next level. Body language doesn't lie, and if you learn to read these small details, you'll be much better prepared to understand what she's really thinking and feeling. Don't ignore these signs, because they're giving you clues that she's ready for something more. How to know if she's ready to have sex with you. Today, we're going to talk about something many of you have been wondering. How to tell if a woman is ready to have sex with you. We know that intimate relationships can be complicated, but trust me, the signs are there. You just need to learn how to read them. If you pay attention to the small details, you'll know when she's ready to take things to the next level. Today, I'm going to show you how to spot those clear signals that often go unnoticed. And as always, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if any of these situations have happened to you. Let's get started. 1. She invites you to her house or room. The biggest sign of physical interest. This is the most obvious and direct sign. If a woman invites you to her house, her room, or to spend time alone in a private space, she's removing any barriers between the two of you. Women don't invite just anyone into their personal space unless they trust them and are interested in taking things further. It doesn't need much more explanation. If she invites you to a private place, it's because she wants intimacy. Pay attention to this gesture, because it's her way of saying she's ready for something more. 2. She makes sexual comments without hesitation. When her intentions are clear. If you notice that she starts talking openly about sexual topics, without any reservations, it's a sign that she feels comfortable with you and is likely interested in exploring that possibility. Sexual comments, especially when they're not paired with jokes or excuses, are a clear way to show her intentions. Not all women do this, so if she's doing it with you, it's because she trusts you and wants to see how you'll react. 3. She makes sure you're alone in a private place. Removing any obstacles. Another key sign is when a woman ensures that the two of you are alone in a private space. Whether she suggests going to your place or looks for an opportunity to be alone without interruptions, this indicates that she wants to eliminate any obstacles that might prevent things from progressing. If you notice she's seeking moments of privacy, it's because she's interested in exploring what could happen when you're alone together. 4. She asks you about your intimate experiences. She wants to know more about your sexual side. If she starts asking you about your intimate experiences, she's not doing it out of simple curiosity. She's trying to learn more about your sexual side and see how her desires align with yours. These questions can be subtle or direct, but the fact that she's interested in knowing more about your intimate life is a clear sign that she's considering taking the relationship to a more physical level. It's her way of mentally preparing for what could happen. 5. She teases you with light and frequent touches, a prelude to what could come. Light and frequent touches are one of the most obvious signs that a woman is interested in more than just conversation. If you notice she touches you often, whether it's your arm, leg, or even your back, she's finding an excuse to get closer to you. These touches aren't random. They're her way of telling you that she's ready for more. So, if you notice these gestures, pay attention, because she's probably waiting for you to take the next step. 6. She keeps the conversation on intimate topics. When the tone of the talk shifts. If during a casual conversation the tone changes and she starts talking about more intimate topics, it's a clear sign that she's interested in taking things further. Women don't usually talk about personal or sexual matters with just anyone. So if she's opening that door, it's because she feels comfortable with you and wants to see how you'll respond. Pay attention to these shifts in the conversation, as they're an invitation for you to get closer. 7. She makes hints about what she'd do with you, openly expressing her desire. Hints are an indirect but powerful way to show sexual interest. If she starts making comments about what she'd do with you, whether jokingly or more seriously, she's clearly indicating that she wants to move the relationship forward. These types of comments are usually subtle, but if you pay attention, you'll notice that she's trying to tell you something without being completely direct. Don't ignore these signs, because they show that she's ready to take things to the next level. 8. She stays close to you after a date, waiting for the signal to move forward. If after a date she stays close to you without showing any signs of wanting to leave, it's because she's waiting for you to make a move. This is one of those moments where men often don't know what to do. But if she's not saying goodbye and keeps finding ways to stay by your side, it's because she's waiting for something more. Whether she invites you to her place or just wants to spend more time with you, she's clearly showing that she wants things to progress. 9. She seems impatient or nervous. The anticipation of what's to come. Sometimes women can seem impatient or nervous when they're anticipating that something more is going to happen. If you notice that she's fidgety, playing with her hair, or can't stop moving, it's because she's waiting for you to take the lead. These nerves are a clear sign that she's excited about what could happen between the two of you. Don't let that moment slip by unnoticed, because she's giving you an opportunity to move things forward. 10. She whispers in your ear. An intimate gesture that only means one thing. Whispering in your ear is one of the most intimate and clear signs that a woman wants something more. If she leans in to whisper something to you, whether during a conversation or on a date, she's creating an atmosphere of intimacy and connection. This gesture is a clear sign that she's comfortable with you and is ready to take things to the next level. Pay attention to these whispers, because they're the gateway to a more physical relationship. And there you have it, guys. These are the clear signs that a woman is ready to have sex with you. The key is learning to read these subtle gestures and acting at the right moment. If you pay attention to what she's showing you, you won't need to ask her directly, because her body and actions say it all. So now it's your turn. Learn to recognize these signs and don't let the opportunity pass you by. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment telling me how it's gone for you in identifying these signs. See you in the next video.